Why do some Canadian women feel more attracted to American men? Not all, not always, but enough for people to notice the pattern. And interestingly, it usually has less to do with looks and more to do with behavior. Because attraction is rarely logical, it's psychological. Most people think attraction is simple: good looks, money, status. But social psychology paints a different picture. People are often attracted to energy, to presence, to how someone carries themselves socially. And in North America, American and Canadian social behavior can feel surprisingly different. American culture tends to reward visibility. Confidence is encouraged early. Speaking loudly, being expressive, standing out, promoting yourself. These things are often socially accepted in the United States, sometimes even admired, and over time, that creates a different type of social presence. Canadian culture, on the other hand, often values politeness, restraint, and social balance. People are generally more careful socially, more reserved, less confrontational, and while that creates stability, it can also make highly expressive personalities feel more noticeable, especially in dating dynamics. This is where attraction becomes interesting, because confidence, even imperfect confidence, tends to create emotional impact. Not necessarily because it's superior, but because it feels emotionally strong. And emotionally strong behavior naturally captures attention. Some American men project certainty very quickly. They approach faster, speak more directly, take social risks more easily. And in many situations, that confidence feels refreshing, especially compared to environments where people hesitate more socially. Now here's the important part. This does not mean American men are better. That's not how attraction works. Attraction is contextual. People are often drawn to traits that feel emotionally different from what they experience every day. And sometimes, difference itself creates attraction. There's also another layer to this. American culture is heavily associated with ambition, individualism, and strong self-presentation. Even globally, American confidence has become culturally recognizable. Movies, social media, entertainment, business culture. All of it reinforces a certain image, and whether accurate or not, people emotionally respond to that image. But confidence alone is not enough, because there's a difference between confidence and performance. Some people appear confident because they need validation. Others appear confident because they're comfortable with themselves, and people instinctively feel the difference. What many women find attractive is not nationality itself, it's emotional certainty. The feeling that someone is socially comfortable, decisive, and unafraid of interaction. And cultures influence how often those traits are expressed openly. This is also why attraction changes depending on environment. Someone who feels ordinary in one culture may feel extremely charismatic in another, not because they changed, but because perception changed. Social dynamics changed, and attraction is deeply connected to perception. At the same time, confidence without emotional intelligence quickly becomes arrogance, and eventually, that loses its appeal. Because long-term attraction is not built only on energy. It's built on emotional stability, awareness, and trust. So when people discuss topics like this, they often oversimplify them. They reduce attraction to nationality. But human behavior is far more nuanced than that. People respond to emotional presence, social confidence, communication style, perceived ambition, energy, and those things are shaped heavily by culture. So why do some Canadian women feel attracted to American men? Not because one group is universally better, but because certain behaviors feel different emotionally. And sometimes, what feels different feels exciting, especially in a world where most social interactions have become predictable. Because in the end, people rarely remember perfection. They remember presence.